gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk with Big Ben. And I'm your host, the big man, Big Ben. And, hey, Bezo, play this part. I don't want any music on this part because this is actually some somber news. Very bad. Quarterback Dwayne Haskins has been hit by a dump truck. He's died at 24 years old. Moment of silence. Rest in peace. Alright. So on to what this video is about. Let's get a little bit more upbeat. Because this right here, people, this is one of my favorite times of the year. And this is the playoffs, NBA playoffs. It started this weekend, people. Yes. And guess what? For the first time since about 2003, 2004. I can't remember the year exactly because I'm kind of getting old. Can't remember right off the top of my head. This is the first time, right around 20 years, we've had a playoffs without LeBron James, without a Lakers team, and no Clippers. Neither LA team has made it to the playoffs. And it's kind of weird, but I like it. There's a lot of teams you don't usually see in the playoffs right now. And right now it's just about anybody's game. I mean, you have your favorites, the Heat and Phoenix were the number one seeds. But anything could happen. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I actually like to see when someone unexpected does something and, wins the big one. It's very good I think, for business, basketball wise, because you don't always want to see the same people winning year in and year out. It's not really something people pay to see. They don't want to see same person winning year and year and year. You're like, there's no point in watching. No one's gonna knock this guy off. So yeah, I went on a little too much of a ramble there. Let's get into it. The Eastern Conference breaks down like this: Heat versus Hawks, Atlanta Hawks versus the Heat. That series, I think it'll be a little better than people expect it to be, but the Heat will win this because the Heat have a very stout defense. Celtics versus the Nets. Oh, and the Heat are up 1 already on that series. I don't know if I said that or not, but the Heat are up 1. So, on to the next series. The Celtics versus the Nets. Now, a lot of people are saying the Nets should win this. Let's not forget that the Celtics are the high seed in this matchup. And the Celtics are actually pretty good. Let's not sleep on them. This is a team sport. You got Durant and you got Kyrie, but there's 3 other people on their team on the court with them that have to also perform. So that being said, the Celtics won the first game. I mean, it was a nail biter. Jason Tatum hit a buzzer beater layup. But hey, like I said, the Celtics are the top seed in this matchup, so don't be surprised if the Nets go home. The Bucks versus the Bulls. This is probably going to be the best series in the East as far as going back and forth. The Bulls have been playing some good basketball, so I look forward to this series. Even though the Bucks took game 1, they were home, so I feel like both teams are going to take care of home very well. Whoever steals one and the other's home first, that's who's going to win the series. 76ers and Raptors. 76ers should run away with this. You know, the East is very top heavy. You know, but shout out to Tyrese Maxey, cause my boy almost had 40 points, 38, 4, 2 assists. Hey, my boy said, "Hey, I'm here, I'm ready." Playoff debut. He's only 21. 38 points in his first playoff game. Okay, let's go over to the West. Video's running kind of long, but I gotta get all this in. The Suns versus Pelicans. Don't look for any upsets here, people. Don't look for any upsets. B.I. is playing pretty well, but let's just say Chris Paul, Devin Booker, they got a lot to say about who's going to win this series. And hopefully Chris Paul gets him one this year. I mean, the big one. Hopefully he goes through. No injuries. Chris Paul wins the whole shebang. So he can get at least one ring before he retires. I'm just saying. Go Chris. Want to see it happen for you. Grizzlies versus T-Wolves. Probably going to be one of the better series in the West. So you see what two series I'm watching here. Speaking of debuts, this game showed two people making their playoff debut. Anthony Edwards came out with 36, 2 and 6. What a debut, right? Only 20 years old at that. And Ja, fantastic Ja Morant with the 32, 4 and 8. These guys are the future of the NBA. The Mavs versus Jazz. Speaking of the future of the NBA, let's not sleep on my boy Donovan Mitchell, the Spider. You know, he gets no love because he's in Utah, but that guy's really good. No Luka, so as expected, Dallas lost. But everybody sleeps on the Jazz. The Jazz are very stout, very good defensively. So don't be surprised if they go further than you expect in the Western Conference. The Warriors and Nuggets. Needless to say, the Warriors are the highest seed in this matchup. Don't expect for anything other than 6 games on this one, because you don't have any Jamal Murray. I mean, the big man's good. He's great. But he's not enough when you got Steph back. Jordan Poole putting up 30 points in his playoff debut. Draymond Green back in the lineup. And oh yeah, Clay's back. Klay Thompson. Come on. Who's gonna beat that? And yeah. I'll catch you guys next time. Hit me on those socials. Comment on who you think will win the NBA playoffs. I've got the Suns going to the championship. And the East is so murky, I'm not going to pick one. But what do you think? Hit me on those comments. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Like. Let's get this YouTube channel popping. Let's get it up there with all the rest of them suckers who be talking sports that ain't me. They ain't me, so they shouldn't be better than me. Let's go, people. Let's do this. And I'll catch y'all next time on Sports Talk with Big B.